Senator Munson.
Thank you, Speaker. Thanks very much to Senator Gold. It's been mentioned that it's been 2 years ago today that the two Michaels were picked off the streets in China and thrown into jail. A former British diplomat, Charles Parton, was a good friend of Michael Kovrig's when they both served their embassies in Beijing many years ago. And he has launched a letter-writing campaign, and he's got a lot of support from very serious people. A letter-writing campaign to ordinary people to express their disquiet and disgust with what is described as Beijing's resort to the practice of hostage diplomacy. Now, Diplomat Parton would like everyone, including Canadians, to send the letters or Christmas cards via embassies to the two Michaels. The address here in Ottawa for the Chinese embassy, by the way, is 515 St. Patrick Street, Ottawa, Ontario, K1N5H3. Senator Gold, do you think the government would support, or would this be helpful to show China not so much the government's concern, but ordinary Canadians' concerns?
Senator Gold.
Well, Senator Munson, first, thank you for raising this issue. Your own experience in and with China, I think, gives you a special insight into the importance of these issues. I think it's important that every effort be made through every means possible for Canadians to register not only their shock and horror and at the arbitrary detention and imprisonment of the two Michaels, but their support to the two Michaels and their families who languish now 2 years incarcerated in China. Whether or not that will help may be perhaps the wrong question to ask. Everything that we can do to register our support, everything that we can do, civil society, governments, and others, to work towards their release has got to be the right thing to do.
Senator Munson.
A brief supplementary. I haven't spent 2 years in a Chinese jail, but I spent 2 days. It's not a very nice place, let me tell you. But in this supplementary, and I'm still sorting out my views on the question I'm about to ask, that the Winter Olympic Games are in 2022, and they are in China. The two Michaels, let's hope they're out by then. But is the government thinking about what it might do about China when it comes to sending our Canadian athletes to China in 2022? We boycotted Russia in 1980 and the invasion of Russia in Afghanistan. And I just want to know, really, because I'm still thinking about it myself, whether it would be a good thing to do or not. But it is about human rights, and we've talked about the Uyghurs, and we've talked about what's going on in Hong Kong and the suppression of democracy. Does the government have a view on what it may or may not do when it comes to the Winter Games in light of the two Michaels?
Gold.
Well, thank you for your question. The short answer is I do not know if the government has arrived at a view, but all aspects of our relationship with China are being looked at very seriously these days and have been for some time. But more than that, I would be speculating, and that's not really what I should be doing in this capacity here.